So let me clarify this. Are y'all telling us that if you are not related to us, if you are not dating us, if you're not having some sort of physical relationship to us, if you don't find us attractive, if you don't find us polite enough, kind enough, quiet enough, that our lives are not worth protecting? Is that what you're telling us? Is that the precedent you're setting?
Pretty much. Ladies, you asked for equality. This is equality. Men don't get protection like that. We have to learn how to protect ourselves when we out here doing things. That's why we tend to not move as crazy as a lot of these women are now, because we realize that things like this can happen. Catching bricks to the face, catching fists to the face can happen if we out here just being crazy. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some guys who just like to fight, but they understand that they probably gonna take an ass whooping every now and then. It just comes with the territory. So for you ladies who, want to be equal, want to have the same rights, but they say equal rights come with equal lefts. That's pretty much it. And y'all shouldn't expect men to jump to your rescue when you out here moving crazy. We don't expect women to jump to our rescue when we're out here moving crazy. So if you want equality, you got it. First off. Secondly, for my fellas, I don't need you guys feeling bad or feeling shame for this. It doesn't make you less of a man. It doesn't make you a coward, because there's major risk with doing that. I'm going to show this next video to give my commentary.
Cell phone video captured some of that fight between 41-year-old Anthony Santi and 23-year-old Javon Taylor. Witnesses tell KMBC the fight may have lasted as long as 10 minutes.
Get out! My kids is in this car! Stop! Are you killing me?
Javon Taylor's girlfriend pulled out a gun and ultimately killed Anthony Santi. Now, this afternoon, Jackson County Prosecutor's Office made an announcement. I'm going to read directly from it. We grieve with the family and community over this tragic loss of life of Mr. Santi. Missouri law governs this case, specifically self-defense and defense of others, leading us to decline charges after a careful review. Anthony Santi, as I mentioned, was a firefighter. He lived in the Northland. He had a daughter, and he was buried last week.
All right, that was in my hometown where I'm from. This came to mind as I hear all these women wanting men to just jump to their rescue when they are in domestic situations or men are attacking them. This is a firefighter who has a daughter that no longer has a dad, for a situation where he was shot by the person he set out to protect. This is important. And this is why when resistance is met, when we as men say we don't want to jump in to protect women who we don't have authority over or we don't have cooperation from, this is what we're talking about. It's not because we're cowards. It's not because we're bitch ass niggas or whatever title you want to give us. We as men, a lot of us have families, a lot of us have responsibilities, and we shouldn't be taken away because you're not doing the things you're supposed to do to protect yourself. Granted, there are situations where you did everything as a woman and things happen. But there are also situations like this where it's domestic, and I don't think men should be jumping in that. I think that's why we have police who train, who have years of experience, who are designated to handle these type situations. Just seeing that infuriates me. And I'm gonna tell my guys, this is something that you shouldn't feel shame over if you decide not to jump in the situation. Especially if you see the woman that's acting up, who is taking things into her own hands, who don't have respect for her own life, that's out here moving crazy. And if they're not under your leadership or you're involved, you shouldn't feel any obligation. Because one thing I hear a lot is I hear a lot of women saying that they'll be feminine for the right man, which means they have conditional femininity, but they expect you to be masculine at all times. You're not supposed to say, I'll be masculine for the right woman, which is your woman. Remember this. This guy lost his life from the person he was protecting, when he probably should have got the police involved, reported it, and went home to his family. Alright, I'm CharlesTruly, and over here we're embracing masculinity.
I don't want a wife, I just wanna live my life. On child support twice, cause I fell for the hype. Hoes tryna tell me what a real man is. They only doing good cause they know